What hobbies that people do screams rich people. Back in the day in Shimla in India, British lords and Indian maharajas used to meet once a year to play elephant polo. It was exactly what sounds like polo, except the players ride elephants rather than horses. Pawns. A journalist asked one of the players if they felt guilty about such an elitist display when there is so much poverty in the world. The aristo replied, elitist. Rubbish, we welcome absolutely anyone to come play here. Furthermore, there are no fees whatsoever. Mind you, you have to bring your own elephant. My first job out of grad school was in project management for a company that specialises in luxury builds mansions, log cabins, renovating yacht, private jet interiors, etc. We had this one repeat client whose hobby was architecture, design, construction. He would pick out a location, buy some land, design what he wanted built, and then hire the company I worked for to build it for him. I worked on about 12 different projects throughout the world for this one client during my time there. Depends on what rich means. That said, let's take riding at snowmobiles. You need to buy a pickup, that's ERC. You need a trailer ERC, and then the AT or snowmobile. You are talking ERC and honestly, more in the line of ERC for new equipment, and if you have a partner that wants to join you, throw in the maintenance, etc. It's a lot. Play hello at pawns. So, next time you see that lifted pickup truck with a trailer and toys on the back, consider just how much money that is. Private aviation. Bonds. There are two types of recreational pilot. The first kind isn't necessarily wealthy and usually sacrifices a lot in order to rent a beaten-up Cessna 152 for an hour every other weekend and splits costs with other aviation nuts wherever possible. The second kind is very wealthy and thinks nothing of dropping upwards of $500,000 on a Cirrus or Bonanza that sits there in a hangar 9 months of the year. Maybe not rich per se, but running is solidly upper class. No adults ran for fun in my blue-collar town growing up. I guess being on your feet all day leaves you with zero desire to run. Bonds. However, professional types love to run. They sign up for marathons, have social running groups, buy $200, choose every few months, talk about it with their coworkers. It's crazy the difference. Exotic car racing. I had our ERC car, cheapest one on the track, and it cost check for a weekend event. I ran against $1 million cars. I never had a crash, but I saw people with brand new cars crash, in one case totaling a less than 2-month-old car. So many clueless people saying golf you can pick up an entire set of clubs for less than $100 at an opshop or fee marketplace. Plenty of green fees for $10, $20 or buy a membership. Ends up being a few $100 a year all up. A surprising inclusion triathlon. It's pretty accessible as a sport. All it takes is access to a pool and a bike, but it's popular among high-earning, ultra-driven types. The average triathlete is surprisingly rich. Hunting, but only the version that involves flying your private jet to a foreign country and paying locals to release farm-raised birds or deer one at a time so you can shoot them 30 seconds later. Consistent travelling for pleasure, not work. It's not just the cost of the travelling itself, airfare, hotel rooms, meals, etc., but being away from work is the kicker. That's a double whammy. As a car guy who grew up going to the races on Saturday, when they say track day, that means that they were driving their own car, with a crew. Probably not at the same track I was at LOL, collecting rare and vintage cars. I know that some people that collect cars aren't rich, but ones that buy classic Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Bugattis, etc. are the ones I'm referring to. Hate to break it to everyone, but a lot of horse owners are middle class. I'm 21 and active duty and own 2. I'm considered lower middle class, as are a lot of my horse friends. Anything involving horses. They are insanely expensive to look after, and the only things you can do with them involve owning or renting an obscene amount of property. Doing exactly the same thing we do, but with S-tier stuff. Human needs are simple, and there's always a way to gold plate something or put a hot person next to. Tier 1 polo, yachting, private aviation, collecting art. Tier 2 sailing, horseback riding. Tier 3 skiing, scuba diving, skydiving, golf, travelling abroad. Tennis. Bonds. I don't think it's actually terribly expensive to do compared to other sports, but it just has rich kid written all over it. County club culture. Climbing Mount Everest. Okay, maybe it's not a hobby, but it's the only mountain that is more popular among rich people than actual mountaineers. Fly fishing. I used to live next to an exclusive resort that helicoptered the rich and famous to pristine remote rivers. They were rich. Competitions like athletics, Dog, cat, horse shows, car shows, racing, collecting gems, minerals, art, collecting anything can get expensive. Horseback trail riding. It requires little physical exertion and leaves piles of shit everywhere for the poor folk to walk through. As Cracked once said, golf is the rich person equivalent of licking the countryside so nobody else can use it. Triathlon. A lot of people I know who are successful are into endurance sports. Running, swimming, biking, etc. Finding World War II shipwrecks in the South Pacific. Bonus, fixing up and flying classic military aircraft. Worf's excuse for being on Epstein's flight logs was that he was taking his family fossil hunting lol. Skiing, snowboarding, any of those winter sports, especially when they say they have custom gear. Croquet. Pawns. You don't hear about too many people coming off the street and going into croquet. Aviation, hands down. The upkeep, fuel price and general hangar rental screams privilege. Collecting cars. Pawns. Okay. No, collecting old cars. Pawns. Wait, no, collecting old cars, that one. Paying Yerk to take a joy ride in a carbon fibre toilet paper tube to view a shipwreck. Bicycling. The skinny thin bikes you see are astonishing more expensive than you think. Taking their private jets to meet up at international climate change conventions. Being a customer of a business that has a reality show made about it on Netflix. Horseback riding and winter sports, a lot of time. Both are expensive. Your cocaine lines off a Ferrari while you're filming Tropic Thunder. How? Flying clubs, stunt flying, or pretty much anything aviation related. War hammer. Good lord, you can spend as paint brushes. Sailing. Golf at the club. Polo, like with fucking horses and shit. Just standing on the corner of the street screaming rich people. Hockey and figure skating. Gear and lessons are very expensive. Anything that involves a horse and a clean, pressed outfit. Scuba diving. Opening businesses on a whim. Flying lessons. Anything in the sky, on the water or involving a horse. Buying new furniture. It's been a 3-4 years after all. Sailing and horseback riding immediately come to mind. I knew a guy who bought and raced used NASCAR cars. Warhammer check. $60 for 7 plastic men is steep.